also spent 14 months in Baghdad in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was a Cavalry Scout. 14 very difficult months, 2 holiday seasons away from friends, family, and loved ones. One thing I think that left a very lasting impact on me that I'll never forget was witnessing the 2009 Iraqi Provincial Elections in Baghdad. And by no means a model election, but I think that it's something that left something in me, and that made me realize the importance of voting rights and democracy, and to come home and to see some of those rights under attack was something that I simply wouldn't stand for. We don't have election judges in Iraq and Afghanistan, and it's going to be very difficult to show a photo ID when you're over there. Take my word for it. This would be a very difficult process. In addition to that, people will tell you that the federal government is in charge of military voting, which is correct. States do have the right to determine who is able to register to vote. And any further barrier that we put in our service members who are actually working the hardest, making the greatest sacrifices to sort of keep our way of life, I think that's unconscionable.
I'm a disabled veteran, and I work with the homeless and disabled veterans and veterans period, and a lot of homeless people think they cannot vote half the time because they're homeless and they don't have a place to stay, a permanent address. And the other half know they can vote, but they don't have no way of voting because they don't have a permanent address. And with the disabled veterans, a lot of their veterans that I know use their VA ID to vote.
Veterans, people who have done their time are back home, have a unique set of circumstances. A lot of veterans are people with disabilities. A lot of veterans have problems with mobility. A lot of veterans might not be the kind of people who are predisposed to go to DMV and wait around for 8 hours to try to get a new photo ID. I think that service in Iraq or Afghanistan or Vietnam or Europe will do that to one. Also, I think that veterans are also very used to utilizing a Department of Veterans Affairs card, which does not have a current address on it. It's also a federal identification, which, as we know from the experience of other states with implemented photo ID, these federal identifications and Veterans Affairs cards do not count. So we would be disenfranchising a whole swath of veterans who have made great sacrifices for our country.